Hey, good man, here with another authentic talk note. In group, we were talking about the concept of physical health. This is something that, guys, we all want to be physically healthy. A lot of us want to look good and feel good. However, it's very difficult to follow through. You know, this is something you've got to do every day. Eat. And so every decision going into your mouth is a nutrition one. Is it creating more energy, or is it dragging me down and creating me less energy? And then actually taking quality time for ourselves and looking for ways to engage in our physical health is something guys don't do. We're too busy producing, we're too busy taking care of, or maybe we're just too tired to engage in that. Well, we passed that around the room, and a lot of guys could really agree with this and resonate. And one of the guys mentioned he was listening to this podcast on physical health this past week, and he shared it with us, so I want to share that with you. It was some good information. We're looking at making these goals realistic with your physical health. So often as guys, we want to get huge, and we want to get ripped or cut, and we want to have all the energy and just be able to do it all, and we make these idealistic goals that are not long-term, they're not sustainable, and they're not realistic. So making sure that you're not idealistic, but you're realistic, and making sure that this is a long-term game. Maybe it's a very small step that builds and builds and builds. We always say look for exponential growth, so whatever works, keep it, and then add to it. And that's a good way to keep things realistic and moving forward. The next step was be enjoyable. Well, whoa, what if we enjoyed our physical health? What if we tailor-made this to ourselves? So be intentional and go after what you really want. Make this thing enjoyable for yourself to where you're not just dragging yourself to whatever thing that you think you should be doing, but get creative. You know, I've heard of guys going rock climbing, going bicycling, swimming, you name it. Just, hey, what is it that you want to do and you find enjoyable? The other point he made was being flexible. That's a pretty big one, because some of us guys, if we don't get it exactly right on the time, we don't have another time that we can fit in. And I think the busier we get, the more realistic it is that we will probably push it off instead of engage in our physical health. So yeah, chalk out some time that you want to have physical health, but make sure you're flexible in that. Sometimes life just happens, and making sure that if you can say yes to something, that you're saying no to something else to replace that physical health time. Don't just neglect yourself. So making sure that it is realistic, enjoyable, and flexible will help you with your physical health, and he just, you know, kind of shared that around, and we really thought that was some good points. So, call to authenticity. Apply those three things to your physical health. Look at how either you're being unrealistic, or you don't enjoy what you're engaging in, or maybe it's not flexible enough. It's too rigid, and you can't, you know, think outside the box on that one. So, as far as circle relationships go, this is a big number one impact. It's our personal health, and obviously in the SPIES we're talking about the physical health of the holistic health. All right, there's your ATN, and I look forward to hearing how you are enjoying your realistic, flexible physical health. Have a great one.